Okay, so we've got my basic web page right here. What we've got at the top, as you can see, we've got the title for the web page there. That's the browser title. I've then added an H1 tag here on this line. This is going to be a title at the top of the web page, and then I've got a single paragraph. I'm going to put an image in here. I'm also going to put a menu at the top of the page, menu bar eventually, and we're going to insert an embedded video right here. And at the bottom we've got some footer tags that just tell the person about, so they can get in touch with us about our privacy policy and contact us if they want to. So I need some extra tags on this page, but before we do this I want to check spelling, punctuation and grammar. Those kind of things might not sound too important to you, but I can assure you that if you're using a web page to advertise, there are plenty of people for whom these things are important. And if you've got a page which is badly written, it's got obvious errors in it, to some people that will send a very negative impression. And the whole purpose of this website is going to be to advertise, so we want to send out a very good impression. The first thing I'm going to do to allow me to spell check and grammar check this is I'm just going to use a word processor. Now Notepad++ won't do this, so what you want to do is you want to take all of your text by pressing Ctrl A, you want to copy it, and then just go into your word processor and just paste your text in. Now, it's likely that it will flag up plenty of errors. You can see these things. It's telling us I've got a grammar error here. It doesn't know what this is about. But I need to manually just look at that and say that's okay. But this text here is not. So I'm just going to correct it. I can use the word processor spell checker to sort this out. I've got a little typing error here. And down the bottom here, I've got I've said 2-2. Look at 2 2s now, I only want 1. So having done all that, I can then select everything, copy it, and then paste that back into my browser over the top of the original text to fix those errors. And I'm going to save that. Now, we're going to then add the extra tags that we want to put on this page. We'll sort the menu bar out later on, but what I want to do is I want to put an image in right here. So we do this using an image tag. We say img, and then we can close the tag like this. And what this will do is it will simply display that file at full size in this position. Now, I've saved a file earlier on. When you want to get a file off the web, what you're going to need to do is first of all find the file that you're interested in. Mine is right here. So I want to take a copy of this file. But you can't copy and paste this in. You're going to have to copy it, actually save it to the local computer. So you're going to need to right click and say save image as. And if I look down here in this folder, you can see what I've done is I've got my web page here, index.html. I made a folder called img, and I've got all the images for my website in here, and I've saved the file in here. But while I'm here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the file name once, and then I'm going to click on it shortly again once, and it'll highlight it as though I wanted to edit the file and change its name, but I'm not going to. I'm going to select all the text. I'm going to press Ctrl C to copy, and then I'm going to press Escape to unselect that. Now, once I've done that, what I can do is go over to Notepad++, and where it says file name, I can type in the file name, just put the file name in, paste it in. But the problem is this won't work. Now, if I just show you what's going to happen when we do this, if we just save it, and then we load this page up in the browser, you will see this little icon here. And this simply means there should be an image here, but I can't find the file. And the reason that it can't find the file is because what it's doing on the computer is the web page will look for files in the same folder as the web page. So index.html is going to look for the file in C www, and there is no index image file in there. It's in this img subfolder. So what I need to do in my web page is I need to tell it that the file is in a subfolder called img, and then we put a backslash in to indicate that that's the end of the subfolder name. So you see this is a subfolder, and then this is the file. And if I save that and load it, we should find that I see my image file in the right place. And you can see it's quite big. So what I want to do is I want to shrink that down a bit. Now, the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to add a size parameter to the tag. You'll notice here, if you put your mouse over the image, right down at the bottom down here, you can see the image size. This is 1750 by 750 pixels. So I'm going to shrink that down by about, let's say, We could shrink that down to about half, so you could work out what that size is approximately. Do bear in mind you can't do half pixels, so if I make that approximately 800 by, let's say 800 by 350, we'll see how that works out. Now to do this, I'm going to need to put size parameters at the end of the tag right here before I'm going to go right here. And to find out what they are, there's a really good website you can use called W3 Schools. I've got W3 Schools loaded up here, so I searched for W3 Schools images, HTML images, and it found this page here. And if I scroll down, you've got some examples. This talks about alternate text. Alternate text is text that gets displayed when you put your mouse over the image, if you've got like a screen reader running. But I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in I want to set the width and the height of the image. So I'm going to grab hold of these parameters here. I'm just going to copy those as they are, and I'm going to put those in at the end of my tag like this. And then I'm going to change these numbers. And if you remember earlier on, we said that we wanted to change the size to be about 800 by 350. So let's give that a try. Just to neaten things up, I'm just going to move that closing angle bracket so it just matches up there. Remember, you need to save before you go and look at the thing in the web browser. I go over to my web browser, look at my page and refresh it, and there we go, that looks a lot better. What I'm going to do later on, I'm going to add a video, so let's do that right now. So I found this video here on YouTube. If we wait, it will just render. So I've got this video, it's about 2 minutes long, that looks good to me. So what I want is the code necessary to embed this in my page, and YouTube will help you out here. If you click on the share button down the bottom here, it will pop up this little dialog, and you can share it in all sorts of different places. You can see all sorts of social media, you can email it to people and that. But I'm interested in embedding it, so I click on the embed button, and it will show me the code on the right, and then what the kind of the preview image on the left. So I'm going to take it. It's going to create a thing called an iframe, which is like an embedded frame. I can set some options down the bottom here if I want to. So I can have privacy enhancement. I can switch the controls off if I want to do that. But I'm going to select all of that and just press the copy button down at the bottom left here. And then once I've done that, if I go over to my web page and I just paste that in the right place, again, I don't like the code running off the screen to the right hand, to the very side. I think that looks dreadful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to indent it. So the idea is the content of the body is all indented the same amount. And then I'm just going to break this up so I can actually see it all the code on the screen.